5 p.m. We are also awaiting some pizza, and I want to make sure that y'all are able to get some pizza before we go ahead and start the meeting. And so we'll look at 6:35. If the pizza is not here, we'll go ahead and start and then see when that arrives. I should go grab those. Text.
You'll be here next week. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. I don't know. I'm like at our last meeting, year. I feel like I finally had to get out of it. So, you know, well, I didn't start this semester here, but I think I get it now. You know, next.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you know, and I think I just sat here too. The whole time, but anyway. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it sorted, so I'm there. So neighbors coming to me.
All right, if everyone could go ahead and make it back to their seats, I am going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. First, can I get a motion to approve our cycle 13 minutes? Motion from Kevin, second from Chris. Do we have any objections to this? Thought not. With that motion approved, the minutes are approved. All right, and with that, we'll advance to the next item on our agenda here, which is our outgoing officer reports from executive staff. First being our student body president, Sadie Williams. You will have 3 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I don't have a ton of updates for you all, other than we're going to be proposing our fee, and it was approved by our administration with flying colors, and it'll be sent to KBOR this coming May. Both Camden and I, sorry to name W, are going to be team working that, and so that'll be really exciting. That will be my last formal obligation and duty in this role. And so really the main thing that I have to say to you all today is just to thank you for a overall really good year, even with its challenges. And so first and foremost, I would like to thank the Madam Alessia Garcia for being the best vice president ever. I am not sure that we've ever had anyone as knowledgeable as she is regarding the Student Senate Constitution and parliamentary procedure. And I know that I certainly don't have the attention span to know and understand all that she does. And I simply can't imagine how I could have done this without having you, even just as a friend throughout this past year. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who helped us on our campaign last year and started Ad Astra Iteration 1. And congratulations to Ad Astra Iteration 2 on winning. It's all very exciting stuff. Big things. You'll hear more from them later. I heard that they're going to be around next year, so I don't know. And a big thank you to every member of the remaining executive staff. I am very thankful to have worked and learned from all of you alongside and learned from all of you this year. And I'm really going to miss you all. And I already told you that in more words earlier, but just know I really mean it. Thank you to my Senate friends, especially to my non-Senate friends for always listening to me whenever they had no clue what I was talking about, when I was complaining. And lastly, what I want to bring to you all a little bit of wisdom for Student Senate, advice was given to me when I was big into sports in high school that stayed true to now is the rule of thirds. And it applies whenever you're doing things that are really, really difficult or really, really tense. And I think Student Senate often falls under that category. And it's basically that like things should be split up into exactly like thirds, right? It's like a third of the time, you should feel really, really good, right? Like you're like, I'm on this. This is so great. I'm so happy. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. A third of the time, you should just feel okay. You know, it's like that wasn't my best, not my worst. I guess I'm just fine. And then a third of the time, you should feel like honestly like crap. You know, because if you don't, then you're not getting pushed hard enough. But if at any point that gets out of balance, then it's time for you to change something. And so for you all in this space where it's constantly tense, you're not really sure what you should be doing at any given moment, just reflect on your thirds. Like a third of the time, are you really happy and know where you're supposed to be? A third of the time, you're like, okay, this is fine. And a third of the time, you're like, wow, this is really challenging. Then you're in the right spot. But if it ever gets too easy or too hard, like don't be afraid to change things up and walk away whenever you need to and take that space for yourself. Because I think at the end of the day, Student Senate and all of its good things is still like a student senate. You know, like we're students, our primary obligation to the university is to learn, not just in our classes but here as well. And so if at any point you feel stagnant or like this isn't the place for you to do that, then like it's okay to step away, and you probably should. And so that is my advice to you all, is just keep your life in thirds, because you need those moments to uplift you, those moments to push you, and those moments to stabilize you. And I think you'll go really far. So that's all I have for you all. I'm gonna miss a lot of parts of this. I'm not gonna miss a lot of parts of this. But overall, it's been a really good 4 years. So I'm happy to have been in Senate from the first day of my freshman year to the last year whenever I walk down the hill in a couple weeks. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, Sadie. And now we'll go ahead and advance to my outgoing officer report.
Do I get one too?
Ready for this? All right, so it is absolutely surreal to be here again, giving an exit address for my second time. In my last exit address, all I really said was, I think my successor will do an amazing job. And I certainly hope you all can agree that I was justified in saying that. In all seriousness, though, serving as your student body vice president for 2 years now has been a great privilege, and one that I did not undertake lightly. I am the first and only student body vice president to serve a 2-year consecutive term, and I've been incredibly blessed in serving with so many different individuals within this role. I have served with not just one, but 2 of the most inspiring student body presidents I could have ever asked to run with, and of course, trauma bond with. One of the kindest graduate student body presidents I've had the pleasure of knowing, who watched me grow and always challenged me to do the best for our graduate constituents. And an exec staff that has acted to fulfill the promises we made to the student body with resolve, empathy, and a lot of late nights in and outside of the Students' Assembly. And of course, I send all the love to my adoring husband, Nathaniel. You are my rock through this entire year that we experienced in Student Senate together. And I know that you are so ready for me to not be working on Student Senate business until 2 a.m. ever again. I am ecstatic to leave this space better than I found it 2 years ago. That's truly all anyone can ask for when stepping into this role. Writing, implementing, and perfecting the Student Senate Constitution to be a document that is more accessible not only to the student body, but our student senators as well, representing students well in the University Senate and advocating for the reorganization of that body, which has finally given students, staff, and faculty equal representation on that Senate. Holding queer and trans students close as I advocated for different policies and initiatives that were important to my community. Writing and passing legislation to equalize the responsibilities of each branch of our student government, and finally serving as president of this Students' Assembly and ensuring that every time I picked up that gavel, that each student was treated equally and with the respect that they deserve. This organization will always hold a special place in my heart, and I hope you all continue to come to this space and center the student voice in everything that you do. I will always believe in the incredible power of our Student Senate to make change on this campus, and I cannot wait to see what you all do next year. Thank you all for entrusting me with this immense responsibility. And the last thing I would like to say is, I think my successor will be an astounding student body vice president. Advancing to the next item on our agenda, we have our Fund Development Director, Zakaria Ahmed.
All right. I didn't really have a lot of words prepared, and it's kind of a hard act to follow through. So I'll keep it relatively brief. It's been a phenomenal year coming into this position. I kind of bugged Sadie throughout her CCO development director and campaigning season to allow me to have this specific position, and I couldn't have been any more grateful for the opportunity. I think that this has been an interesting year, but I think the biggest lesson I've learned is to keep an open mind and understand that every single day presents itself with opportunities to learn and grow and develop. And I recommend that whoever has my job next, whoever is an exec next, or whoever gets involved in the space, keep those important principles in mind, that every single day being open to learning, understanding that what you know isn't necessarily absolute, and that things change is something that can take you very far. I guess this is part of give thanks to people. So shouts to my mom and dad. Shout out to Sadie, absolute dog of president. Appreciate everything she's done. Shouts out, I mean, just everyone exec. Alessia, dog. Angel in the back, dog. Turner, Danae, dog. Turner's dog. He'll be amazing next president. And yeah, no, it's been amazing. And look forward to what happens next.
All right, next we have our Internal Affairs Director, Nathaniel Garcia.
Well, it's finally the end, so I just wanted to first come up here and, thank some people. So first off to, the rest of the exec, Alessia, Sadie, everybody else, thank you. You made it a great year, the rest of you that remained. To the other council secretaries, you guys did a great job this year. So thank you for sticking with me and, listening to some of the long emails that I had to send you guys. And then I want to congratulate Turner and Danae. You guys ran a really clean campaign and you did a lot. And I think you're going to do a lot more for this, organization, even the school. Yeah. And then, just, I guess, in the words of officially the last chief of staff of the Student Senate, oh, he didn't say it, but it was on his shirt. It's quitting time, guys. So I'm out of here.
Okay. We'll advance to the next item on our agenda here, which is the Outreach Director, Angela Davis.
Hi, everyone. Man, it's going to be really hard to follow all these really exemplary speeches. First of all, thank you for being here. I think that's really cool. We're all still making time for this. So some of the biggest highlights of my time at KU have been from Student Senate, the good and the bad. Like, I'll probably never forget Camden laying down on one of the tables. It was like one of those meetings last year when the meeting went till like 10:30 at night and we're all just like kind of crying on the inside, wishing we could go home. It was the dead of winter. Like, we hadn't seen the sun for days. So those kind of like rougher memories, but then also Student Senate has taught me a lot about friendship and the value of like having truly amazing and really wonderful friends. And they taught me the value of a good brainstorm, whether if it's over lunch with Alessia and Nathaniel or like debriefing after councils and assembly with the crew, so to speak. It's just been a really wonderful experience. And I think it speaks to Sadie's advice of thirds. But yeah, I wanted to thank the Student Senate as a whole for being such a collaborative body to work with. I've learned a lot from everybody here. And I wish the incoming Senate the best of luck. That's really all I have. Also, if you participated in SUA Chillramics, your pieces are in the SUA office. You can go get them whenever you want. Thank you.
Next, we'll have an outgoing officer report from our Public Relations Director, Riley Stowers.
Hi, all. I don't have as much to say as everyone else. I just want to say thank you to, Nia and Alessia who took me on my junior year in the crazy middle of February, and I kind of taught me everything. And I know I had no experience or anything. They taught me everything, and I'm so thankful for Sadie and Alessia for keeping me on for this year. And I'm so thankful for everyone on exec and all on Senate, anyone who's liked the Instagram posts. Y'all make my job easy, and I'm so excited for Danae and Turner. I think you're gonna have a great time next year. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great, next year.
All right, and we have our last outgoing officer report from our social justice director, Fabiana Salas.
Hi, everyone. As a Latina, I'm really grateful to have had the opportunity to be the Director of Social Justice. Throughout this position, and especially during this election, I learned by firsthand that racism still exists in this university and in the Student Senate. Today, during the election season, my capacity to run was questioned on the basis of my ethnicity. To that comment, I respond that I'm indeed a Latina, and I'm really proud about it. I will not say what particular individual made this comment, and although no one has apologized to me or my community, I, at least at the personal level, say that I forgive you. Senate has to be inclusive. Look around you. Do you see diversity? Or do you just see how privilege is being perpetuated? I would love to ensure that everyone feels safe in this space. And this next term, I am willing to collaborate with people that may have disagreed with me before. Because Senate should not be about dividing people. Senate should actually make sure to make every voice heard. Let's forget our differences and start working together. Thank you.
Right, and with that, thank you very much to our outgoing executive staff for your service to the Student Senate. Next, we'll advance to Student Senate Superlatives hosted by Angela and Sadie.
All right, so this was a fun little add-on. Hopefully the next admin will carry on this tradition, but we thought it a fun way to pass the torch would be to allow this body to kind of vote on fun little superlatives. So this is all, everybody had the opportunity to fill out the Microsoft form. I know we all hate Microsoft forms, but alas, it is the designated format. So how do you want to do this? Well, okay. So the rumor around the block is that Student Senate isn't fun. So although I agree, we wanted to do something at least a little bit more fun and cute than we normally have the opportunity to do whenever we're debating some pretty hot topics and really contentious issues. And so this is just a way for us to honor a lot of the people who have really put forth a lot of extra effort throughout this last year, really put themselves out there. And so you can walk away with something, at least even if it's a piece of paper. And so that's kind of what our heart behind this was, a little bit lighthearted, also so people can feel that physical sense of appreciation that we feel for all of you. So that's kind of the goal here. And so we have a little slate. So once you get your certificate, if you can just stand here, and then we're gonna do a picture. So it'll all be really cute. Where's Riley? Okay, all right. Okay, sick. So this person is not in the room. We're gonna mail this to them, but best guest speaker goes to the Honorable Toby Kraus. Maybe he's watching on the live, who knows? All right. So next we have outstanding graduate senator. I don't think they're in the room either, but nope. Oh, a spoiler. Shout out. Sorry. It's Bander. Oh. Oh. Yeah, no, that's okay.
And then we're gonna group picture the end too.
Say no, go back.
You can sit down.
Okay.
But thank you.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Up next, a little tongue in cheek here, we have most transparent. And for consistently posting student senate minutes and attendance records and going above and beyond in his role of record keeping and archiving, it goes to the one and only Nathaniel Garcia.
Also, the minutes were not put up. You guys don't look.
This is off track for the rest of the year. So
He did say it's quitting time, right?
yeah.
All right. So best one-liners. For his commitment to equally savvy and saucy wordplay, regardless of whether or not it is in the conversation of allocating millions of dollars or could be misquoted by the UDK, Mr. Camden Baxter.
You need to add some more syllables to that.
For the most ambitious first-year senator, for honoring his commitment to the KU Student Senate to the highest degree, and for his advocacy for the future of this organization, the freshman senator, Mr. Blake Bailey. All righty. Okay.
Next, we have the Constitutional Enthusiast Award for undying devotion to the work that no other student senators nor executive staff members have the bravery to attempt. Your constitutional enthusiast is Mr. Chris Rathel.
Up next, we have the most outspoken in assembly for always advocating to the best of her abilities for her constituents and never swaying in her commitment to her role, Miss Holly Hall.
All right, so this one's also kind of cheeky, but this is the Hope for the Future Award. Interpret that as you may, Students Assembly. For his enthusiasm for Student Senate, determination to think critically and carefully before acting or speaking, and in the spirit of inclusion that he so effortlessly embodies, Mr. Kevin Barnes, you are the recipient.
All right, for the most passionate about Student Senate Award, for her tenure as the student body vice president and unwavering faith in the importance of student advocacy ever since arriving at KU, Miss Alessia Garcia.
Oh, whoops. Do you want to do this one? Do you want to answer this one together? Okay, this might be my favorite one. As voted on by you all, okay?
This is all your guys' fault. So that's what we're saying.
The Biggest Spender Award for their unending faith in the funding mechanisms of the Student Senate and wealth of knowledge surrounding how to apply for and utilize Student Senate funds. We announce Jack Swartz. They're not here.
They're not here, but we love them. Hope they keep applying.
That's all we have for you.
Yeah, but we thought it'd be fun and kind of cute. But we will be sending the certificates to the people who didn't get them too. Yeah. Oh no, we'll send it with the funding application for next year. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You wanted the group photo, right?
Oh yeah. If everyone can, at the end of the this one, we're gonna just meet in the hall really quick, and we can take a group photo in front of Alderson. so we don't disrupt the flow of the meeting. Yeah. I can get you guys out of here, I guess.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sadie and Angela, for that very fun activity. Sadie, if you could come back up here, we'll be advancing to our graduation ceremony. Maybe like right. This one for you. Right. Camden, are we ready?
We are ready. That is correct.
Awesome. All right, everyone. So I'm going to be announcing our Student Senate graduates here. The first graduate that we have this year is Bander Alma Hamadi. Bander has been involved in Student Senate for 2 years and has served as graduate senator and as a member of the Student Rights and Affairs Council. Bander's advice for next year's Student Senate is success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's the culmination of hard work, perseverance, and determination. It's about setting goals and taking steps every day to move closer to them. Therefore, don't be afraid to dream big and chase your passions because the journey to success is where the real magic happens. Congratulations, Bander. The next individual that we will be honoring here is Mo Benortham. Mo has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as a member of the Finance Council.
Yeah.
Next, we have Angela Davis. Angela has been involved in Student Senate for 3 years and has served as a Student Senator, Finance Council member, Student Rights and Affairs Council member, and Outreach Director. Angela's advice for next year's Student Senate is never be afraid to ask questions. It's the best way to learn. Congratulations, Angela. Next on our list, we have Alexander Irwin. Alexander has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as a Student Senator and a Social Justice Council member, as well as a DEI Fund Board member. Congratulations, Alexander. Next, we have Natalie Garcia Rojas. Natalie has been involved in Student Senate for 2 years and has served as a Social Justice Council member, Student Senator, and DEI Fund Board member. Natalie's advice for next year's Student Senate is always stand up for what you believe in, fight for justice here and in every room you walk into. Congratulations, Natalie. We'll make sure to get your cord to you. Next, we have Nathaniel Garcia. Nathaniel has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as a Student Senator, University Senator, and Internal Affairs Director. Nathaniel's advice for next year's Student Senate is don't do it. Congratulations, babe. Next, we have Rosebel Garza. Rosebel has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Fund, vice chair of the Social Justice Council, and as a student senator. Rosebel's advice for next year's Student Senate is don't be afraid to speak your opinions. Congratulations, Rosebel. Next, we have Lena Mose. Lena has been involved in Student Senate for 2 years and has served as a student senator. Lena's advice for next year's Student Senate is prioritizing DEI work that involves reaching out directly to marginalized students is key for developing initiatives that meet marginalized students' needs. Congratulations, Lena. Also get that cord there. Next, we have Trey Myers. Trey has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as a student senator and finance council member. Trey's advice for next year's Student Senate is form connections with other senators. Everyone here is amazing and so nice and kind. Congratulations, Trey. Nicole Norval is our next person on the list here. Nicole has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as Secretary of the Social Justice Council and as a senator. Nicole's advice for next year's Student Senate is, if there's something you are passionate about on campus, find a way to get involved. Writing legislation that benefits students is so rewarding. Congratulations, Nicole. Next, we have Murtaza Shoaib. Murtaza has been involved in Student Senate for 2 years and has served as a student senator and finance council member. Congratulations, Murtaza. Next, we have Riley Stowers. Riley has been involved in Student Senate for 2 years and has served as Director of Public Relations and as a member of the Social Justice Council. Riley's advice for next year's Student Senate is have fun. Remember that the people in Senate all care about advocating for students and we should all support each other. Congratulations, Riley. Next, we have Anna Wallen. Anna has been involved in Student Senate for 1 year and has served as a class student senator. Anna's advice for next year's Student Senate is get involved as much as you can. It's the best way to hear other students' concerns outside of Senate and meet as many people as you can. Congratulations, Anna. And last but not least, Sadie Williams. Sadie has been involved in Student Senate for 4 years and has served as the Associate Senator for Student Rights, Student Senate Associate Treasurer, Finance Council and Peer Review Chair, and as our Student Body President. Sadie's advice is for next year's Student Senate is, well, I'll let you take it from here.
It's just one sentence. It's just really not that deep. So just take it down a notch sometimes, y'all.
Congratulations, Sadie. Congratulations to our 2022 to 2023 graduates. Please stay up front here so we can get a picture. I can take the picture. Oh, Janae has it. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Do we want to lift the projector for the picture? Janae, can you wait for that to make it to the top? Congratulations, graduate.
Taking a victory lap. We're taking a victory lap.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we have no other business on our agenda. I would ask every member of the current Student Senate to come up to the front here. We'll take a joint picture for everyone who is involved this year. And so if you'll go ahead and make your way to the front, and after that, we'll look to adjourn.
Just kidding. I did that too early.
Really not
Just really get there.
Don't forget to thank Madison, bro. No. I said like a whole thing. Be like, I say, like, can you thank her on behalf of both? Tell me and Zachary talk about her. Thank you so much. You really were asking for the year. So like, if any group out of order and it's for her shit, she can say that every single. Yeah, not yet.
Thing is, if you're planning. And then we- Yeah. And then-
I get it. Wait till I do.
You guys got it.
Okay, and then the next one we'll have is some people sitting. I guess it comes down to the field. I legit like didn't know. And then, yeah, I can like. All right. Okay, Riley, you can accept one now. Oh, no. And then you all right. And then here.
Yeah. Everyone's smile. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it for your side.
Bills here.
Yeah.
Bills.
Yeah. All right.
One, two, three. Yeah, now I'm taking one that's like, back up a little bit. Okay, all right, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yay.
Everyone who received the certificate, please stay up here.
Oh, I think it was not later. No, we're not.
Not exciting.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't hear the letters.
We're good. First.
Are we doing this?
Do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion from Trey, second from Kevin. I see no objections. This last meeting of the 22 through 23 Students Assembly is adjourned.